Call a meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Belsley.
Here.
Hare. Herman.
Here.
Kaufman.
Here.
Newhouse.
Here.
Yarko.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have no public hearings tonight or special reports. Anyone from the audience that would like to address the board? Hearing none, we'll have requests for removal of items from the consent agenda. And tonight's consent agenda consists of the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of December 17th, 2012, approval of the bills. We have no ordinances tonight. Resolutions. Resolution number 2212, a resolution modifying resolution number 1012 regarding authorizing a tax abatement. And this is an amendment of a previously approved resolution that involved the expansion of Morton Industries, and the taxing bodies granted them a tax abatement, but there was 6 acres as part of that process that we did not have the the legal description of at the time we approved that resolution. So all this does is just add the legal description of the additional 6 acres that have been agreed upon previously. The second resolution we are going to pull off the agenda for tonight and probably have that for the next meeting in regard to the tourism grant program. In other business, we have award of the annual fuel contract to Agland FS Inc. And I believe they were the only bidder on that. And then item number E2, approval of the 3-year contract extension for the purchase of electricity with Noble America's Energy Solutions, LLC. I would like to have moved down to Superintendent of Public Works. He just got this information a few minutes ago and brought it to us, so I'd like to move that down, and that way if anyone has any questions or a little bit more time to review that before we vote on that. Is there anyone from the audience that would like to pull any of the remaining consent agenda items? If not, any board members want to pull any items? Nope. I'll entertain a motion for the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion?
Let's see, but she's not going to be here long.
Roll call, please.
Belsley.
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Newhouse.
Yes.
Yarko.
Yes. Village President, the only thing I just wanted to do is remind everyone that at our next meeting on January 21st, there will be a public hearing in regard to some exchange of real estate between Mr. Sam Parrott and the Village of Morton. And that public hearing will be at the beginning of our next meeting, January 21st. And all the specifics of that particular exchange are available on the village website, morton-il.gov, or at the village office. So we would like for people to be informed about the specifics of that transaction and attend the public hearing if they have any questions or comments. That's all I have.
Will that meeting start at 6:30 or 7? Will it start at 7?
I thought it was 7, as just part of our regular meeting. Okay. Village Treasurer.
I have nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Really? Wow. I'm sorry, Village Clerk. I told you we're going to have to.
But I have nothing at
Okay. Thank you. Chief of Police.
Just now, so we swore in 2 new officers last week. They reported yesterday to the Police Academy down at the Police Training Institute in Champaign-Urbana at the U of I. Kelly Kenzer and Benji cash dollars. So they'll be down there for 12 weeks. And this was to replace vacancies in which we had.
Were either one of them Mortonites?
Benji is, yeah.
In fact, Benji is the one that had worked during his master's program on the survey on the police department. Citizens.
Yeah, he wrote, yes, a thesis about the public perception of our police department or something to that effect.
Yes.
And yeah, great. Great, thank you. We have no corporation counsel here tonight. Director of Fire and Emergency Services.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Loudermilk, would you have any items tonight, in particular the
Yeah,
purchase?
that's the only item I have
Okay.
tonight is asking for approval of the three-year contract extension for purchase of electricity with Noble America's Energy Solutions. Basically, I've been working with Lands Energy for the last few years and kind of watching the market. We're under contract for the next year, so with the way the markets are, we think now is a good time to extend that contract. Some of the specifics is we spend about $250,000 a year. That's for the electricity for lighting in town, traffic signals, and all the village facilities. With this extension, this year alone, we'll save $20,000+ or 10%. So it's kind of just taking advantage of the market and extending this contract out. And I think some of the other larger industries in town are actually working with Nobles America too and doing the same thing.
One question that some people might have is in regard to the municipal electric aggregation and how our contract aligns with that and why this is maybe a better option in this time.
Yeah, I think my only concern was we're under contract for another year, so we could see those savings this year. So it's kind of looking at that and looking at the dollars, the actual cost per megawatt hour. I think our residential's $40+ a megawatt hour. I like to do megawatt hour instead of the kilowatt hour that you
yeah, and
usually
we're
see.
used to kilowatt hours.
The .040.
Yes.
And then we're basically, in this contract, the fixed price would be $38.50. So a couple dollars a megawatt hour less than what we got on the municipal aggregation. So kind of a comparison.
Good.
I think the numbers are pretty good.
So the market, you would recommend that we take
Yes.
advantage of the market.
And actually, we're going to do a 80% fix, and then the other 20%, which is in here, would be based on the day-ahead index. With the rates being as low as they are, we think we can take advantage of some of that. Some of the larger industries in town do a little bit less fixed, but they like to take that a little extra risk too, I think. But we can always lock those in at any time if we need to. So Bill Lancer with Lands Energy does a really good job for us, and he'll be kind of keeping an eye on that and keeping me up to date with things.
Thanks for your work on this. Any other board members have any questions?
I'd move approval, Your Honor.
Second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Herman?
Yes.
Kaufman?
Yes.
Newhouse?
Yes.
Yarko?
Yes.
Belsley?
Yes.
Anything else tonight, Mr. Loudermilk? Okay. Zoning, planning and zoning. Thank you. Trustees, Mr. Belsley?
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
I have nothing else. Mr. Kaufman?
Nothing to do.
Mr. Newhouse?
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Mrs. Yarko?
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Okay. We have two closed sessions for tonight. One for the purpose of discussing the purchase or lease of real property for the use of the public body pursuant to Section 2C5 of the Open Meetings Act, and also for discussing the sale of property owned by the public body pursuant to Section 2C6 of the Open Meetings Act. And I do not expect any action following the closed session. I will need a motion to go into closed session.
Move. Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Kaufman?
Yes.
Newhouse?
Yes.
Yarko?
Yes.
Belsley?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.